Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog. Wherever you are on the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, or right here in Southeast Asia, ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful Monday morning here in Southeast Asia. Welcome to the channel once again, Salon's Blog, where it's happening. All about Chelsea. But hey, we are going on an international break. Yes, international break. Most of the players are already gone. Oh yes. They are already gone. In exception of few that are still at Cobham, that will be training. They'll have a little break and they'll come back for training. But as it stands right now, the international break, the next 13 days, let's say 12 days, the players will be away for international duty. Oh yes. And I will be delving more into international news, both in Ghana and Nigeria. Oh yeah. World Cup and African qualifiers coming up. 2 games each. I'll be delving into some of those things. Maybe I'll go into Ghana a little. I'll go to Nigeria a little. I'll go to some other news items, including the EPL, the Premier League. But right now, we are starting this morning for your breakfast. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at these statistics on your screen. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, the statistics are very clear on the screen right there. Yes, as you can see, that is what you are seeing right there. Ball possession, shots on target, shots, total shot and everything. In fact, let me go over it. Chelsea had 13 shots on target throughout the 90 minutes. 13 shots on target. Crystal Palace had 13 shots in all. Crystal Palace had 9 on target. Chelsea had 7 out of the 13 on target. Chelsea had 7 out of the 13 on target. Crystal Palace had only 3 on target. Remember, 1 resulted in their goal. Yes. Ball possession over the 90 minutes. Chelsea had 63% ball possession to Crystal Palace 37%. Passes, yes. Chelsea had 589 passes to Crystal Palace 347 passes. You can just imagine. Pass accuracy. Chelsea had 90% pass accuracy. Crystal Palace 79% accuracy. Fouls committed 9 for Chelsea, 13 fouls by Crystal Palace. Yellow cards, 4 yellow cards for Chelsea, 2 for Crystal Palace. Red card, none. Offsides, Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 0. Corners, Chelsea 4 corners, Crystal Palace 4 corners. Now, if you look at these statistics carefully, you would have concluded, we have thought that, everything here seems to be in favor of Chelsea, and therefore Chelsea could have won this game. Oh yes, 7 shots on target to Crystal Palace 1. Now, we were able to convert only 1 into a goal. Ladies and gentlemen. Ball possession, we have 63%. Crystal Palace, 37%. Means we are only possessing the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, when I watched the game, the replay of the game carefully, I realized one thing. The first 15 minutes of the first half, yes, it looks as if everything was nice, was going well. You'll be thinking, this game, Chelsea can easily finish this game in the first half by scoring 2-3 goals in the first half. After the 15 minutes, it began to be boring. The game, I was beginning to feel bored. We were possessing the ball, passing the ball around, moving the ball nicely, yet the goals were not coming. The second half, similar situation, we started very poorly. No energy, we were not pressing enough. But we were having the ball. We have the ball, yet we're not pressing. This game, to be very honest with you, this is a game Chelsea could have just won hands down. Man City would have buried this game, in first half. And watching Liverpool yesterday, I was so impressed. The way they did a job against Manchester United. So impressed. They had a new coach as well. New coach just like Chelsea. Even though they still had a core base of their players still intact. Listen, I'll get to that in a few minutes. Liverpool, Manchester United. What is it? Don't tell me, oh, if Nicolas Jackson had converted that opportunity. Listen, go back and watch that goal very well. Maybe I think I have the video here. I'll show you it briefly, or the picture. I'm not too sure that the video or the picture there. This isn't an easy chance by any means. The chance that Nicolas, one versus one with the goalkeeper, it wasn't an easy chance by any means. Don't watch it carefully. Tight angle for a right footer. That was a very tight angle on the left side of the field for a right footer player. Under pressure for that matter from the defender who was right up his right foot angle area. Watch the picture there yourself. With the ball yet to settle fully. The ball was yet to settle fully. A right-footed striker and a ball, controlling ball from the left side of the field, facing the goalkeeper in a tight angle. Dear friend, he got it on target, yes. Only for Henderson, the goalkeeper's flinching hand to stop it. He still got it on target, only for the goalkeeper's hand to just stop it. Of course, every action has a better version, and that could have been executed. Every action has a better version, and that could have been executed, but that's not bad miss. That is not a bad miss. He tried, but not good enough on the day. It's as simple as that. So don't say, oh, Jackson messed up big time for that opportunity. It was a tight angle. Right-footed player having a ball at the left side of the field or in a tight angle facing a goalkeeper who was well positioned. Nothing more than that. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very much like Abbas said, the way Nicolas Jackson is being heavily criticized over that miss. Listen, Jackson is the reason why Chelsea created so many high-quality chances in this game. He's the reason why Chelsea created so many high chances in the game. His movement and intelligent positioning is a light. His movement on the ball and off the ball and his intelligent positioning is a light, dear friends. You don't get this kind of quality just anyhow. With time, you guys will tell me, oh, yes, indeed, your guy is being... Give Jackson a few games from now. I pray that he stays fit. Judging him on a single 90-minute chance smells recency bias and is unfair, ladies and gentlemen. All right, on your screen, that is your head coach. You think managing Chelsea is an easy job? On your screen right now, that is your head coach with his knee on the floor, his hands on his head. Chelsea. To be a Chelsea manager is not an easy thing. If you used to have hair, you will leave Chelsea with a bad hair like mine. If you don't have it, dear friend, your beard will become gray all of a sudden. Managing Chelsea. But you see, this coach, you should be very careful. He said some things that I don't like. And let me quickly tell you what he said. What few things that he said. Enzo Maresca was asked about Chelsea last 3 seasons. And what he actually said, I don't want to believe that I'm hearing that from a coach like him, an elite coach like him. Enzo Maresca said probably one thing that has to be clear to you and I is that Chelsea 3 years ago won the Champions League. But now it is not that kind of Chelsea. So now sometimes you don't win it. It is normal. Sometimes you don't win. It is normal. Really? 3 years ago, Chelsea won the Champions League. Yes, then. He said Chelsea 3 years ago won the Champions League. But now it is not that kind of Chelsea. It is not the kind of Chelsea that wins Champions League. Am I at the right club? I mean, is it my club, my Chelsea? Is this my Chelsea that I know of? That I started following over 20 years ago? I need to get this very clear. I'm not sure he truly said this. That Chelsea 3 years ago won the Champions League, but now it is not that kind of Chelsea that wins Champions League, Abi. Well, before we continue, let me announce, according to Fabrizio Romano, yes, he said he can confirm plans to extend Nicola Jackson's contract until June 2033. Plans to extend my boy's contract. Oh yes, of course, with an increment in wages. They will not just extend your contract. It's a performance-based contract, right? Yes, just as they did for Cole Palmer. They want to. It's about to happen. If you think Jackson is not performing, they wouldn't have put on a table for him a new contract. They are about to increase his contract to June 2033 with an increment in wages. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are doubting my boy, it is happening to him. Well. I don't like the increment in the number of years, but I want the increment of the wages. Well, Maresca speaking again after the game, he said probably one thing that has to be clear. Okay, I have read this for you. I have already read this for you. But you see, it's very disappointing if indeed Maresca said this. Why? Because let me remind you, in Chelsea's first 3 games under Mauricio Pochettino, resulted in 4 points, a clean sheet, and 4 goals conceded. Now, fast forward. Chelsea's first 3 games under Enzo Maresca resulted in 4 points as well. This time around, no clean sheet and 5 goals conceded. 5. No clean sheet under Pochettino, clean sheet in the first 3 games. 4 goals conceded. Under Enzo Maresca, our new Messiah. Yes. Under Enzo Maresca, our new Messiah. 4 points, no clean sheet, and 5 goals conceded. Food for thought. Think about it. Think about it. Are we at the right place? You see, sometimes it's quite painful because last season we didn't have the luxury of all the players we have right now, yet we got to the 6th position. And Chelsea was actually picking up form when the season ended. Mauricio Pochettino never had the luxury of all the players, 25 players throughout the season, 22 no. Sometimes 13 players available. Because of injury, 12 players on injury at a time. 12 players were on injury at a time. Well, there is so much to talk about later in the day. This is just your breakfast. But quickly, full-time and unbelievably display of terrible football from Manchester United last night. They were down, humiliated by Liverpool, 3-0. Eric Ten Hag. Is he going to be the first manager to be sacked in this season? They were down 3. Liverpool with new manager in place. You see, replacing Jurgen Klopp was one of the most difficult things to do, yet Liverpool have done just that. Replacing Jurgen Klopp was one of the most difficult things to do. If you were a club owner, it would have been very difficult for you. You did not sack him, he was doing quite well. The fans loved him, everybody around, even the players. Then for him to announce his retirement, to replace him was a difficult, tough job to do. Yet, Liverpool succeeded in doing that. And Slot, what a manager he is. How many players did they buy for him? I think Liverpool bought less than 3 players. He didn't beef up much of the squad. I'm not too sure number, but I can't remember very when he was asked about 2 weeks ago. No player was bought at that time. I'm sure by now they should buy 1 or 2. But he has a core base of the players. For him to galvanize those players, for them to deliver from the start of the league. Dear friend, before I run up, Wesley Fofana has withdrawn from the France squad to focus on Chelsea following his injury last season. Statement: Wesley Fofana will ultimately remain available to his club and take advantage of the international break to follow a treatment protocol linked to the injuries which kept him away from the field for a long time last season. Good for our club Chelsea. It's good the player himself understood it and he agreed. He was called into the French national team for this international break, but he says, no, I need to remain with Chelsea. I need to continue the strict protocol, the treatment I'm being given. I want to be fit and play for Chelsea this season. Ladies and gentlemen, so Wesley Fofana has withdrawn from the French national assignment. For me, it is a good thing. It is a good thing. All right, quickly, before I let you go, on international front, all smiles as Antoine Semenyo, the Ghanaian international, and Brandon Thomas Asante joined the squad for the AFCON qualifiers. This is to my Ghanaian fans out there. Yes, Antoine Semenyo and Brandon Thomas Asante joined the squad for the AFCON qualifiers. Maybe later in the day, I'll prepare very well for Nigerian news as well. I have to find a way of mixing all the news this time around. Arsenal, Chelsea, now that we are on international break, news from anywhere on this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear from you in the comment section. But quickly, right now, Chelsea, we go in for the international break on 11th position. 11th position, yes. We are in 11th position as we speak with, dear friends, 4 points. 4 points. Tottenham is ahead of us, also 4 points, but with goal difference. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to the international break with 11th position. All right, quickly, big shout out before I let you guys go. This one says, can't you tell the truth about Jackson? Is not the kind of striker we need. Well, I just broke it down for you. Jackson is still a young player and he will come up good. He will come good. Big shout out to you. Your name is not here. Please let me have your name next time. This one says, meant to be sincere with everybody out there is a finance not good. I miss Norma. Lavia is an injury prone, my dear friend. They still go ahead and carry who are disappointed in Chelsea owners. Well, all of us, to some extent, we are disappointed in Chelsea owners because they kept buying injury-prone players. Pedro as well is still an injury-prone. They are managing him as well. But if these players stay fit, it will go a long way to help Chelsea. I think your name is Samuel Shadrach. Big shout out to you out there. Samuel Shadrach. Big shout out to you out there. Have a great Monday. This one says they play well, but no striker, no Osimhen. Well, your name is what? Matthew, wherever you are. Matthew Oduojo. All right, big shout out to you out there, Matthew. If that's your correct name. This one says, do not praise Enzo like he magic. Enzo's decision making in the final third is very poor, bro. Well, I think when I was doing my analysis, I also stated it carefully. I made sure I stated what I was there. That Enzo was on every part of the field. But sometimes his delivery, his final deliveries, his passes were not going through. I think I made that very clear. Anyway, big shout out to you out there. Ansu Sanil. Please let me have your name. Let me have your name and where you are watching from. This one says, can we continue to blame referee all the time? I don't think so. Palace get a point at the bridge. Shameful performance. I'm disappointed. Let's face the fact. Can we continue like this? Palace that beating many clubs. Well, the referee decision on the field matters a lot, my friend. Is it Mitoma? That player is supposed to take a second yellow, which would have resulted in a red card. And if he was to be sent off, remember the area that was within the 18-yard box, that would have been a penalty as well because he pulled Kopama back. He tried to pull the player back. His hands were all over him. That could have given us another one goal. So it matters a lot. Well, big shout out to you anyway. This one says, Army Field is not good at all needs. I don't get this one. Samuel Shada, please come again. All right, this one says, Chelsea is a disgrace. No Osimhen, no Chelsea. Watching from Malaysia, Blue Blood, Chukwudinas. Big shout out to you, Blue Blood, Chukwudinas. This one says, I think we have got very many chances, but because of being greedy among the players, even if one person is in position, they can't give a pass. I'm waiting to see what next. Still blue. in my color. Blue is the color indeed. Blue is the color indeed. My dear friend, let me have your name so I can give you a big shout out next time. This was, if you don't know what to say, just shut your mouth up. If I may ask you, what makes Napoli to always adding more money on his signing fee? Well, you said I should keep my mouth shut, and you are asking me a question. How will I shut my mouth and answer you at the same time, dear friend? Anyway, big shout out to you out there. I appreciate your comments. Keep it coming in, and let me have your name and where you are watching from. This one says, good day, Mr. Salon Blog, and thanks for the update. But let's move on and put behind us with Osimhen issue. Remember, the same thing happened during the time we failed to sign Crystal Palace player, which he ended up with German club. Yeah, Sunday, yes. Olise. Sunday Olise. Now it's with Bayern Munich. Very good. So let's move on. Osimhen, no Osimhen, we still have our big Chelsea. I'm still Steve Anderson Mohenbe, watching you live from Jericho, a Liberian theologian, blue blood, Liberian theologian watching from Jericho. Big shout out to you out there, my brother, the theologian in Jericho. Big shout out to you. This one says, thank you. Happy new month. Happy new month to you, to my dear friend. What is the name? I can see something. Owe Martins. Well, let me have your name next time. Big shout out to you. Happy new month to you guys all out there as well. This one says, good morning, Mr. Salom. It was clear right from day one that Chelsea FC will not sign Victor Osimhen instead of going into sporting striker or even Ivan Toney. We just wasted our time for nothing. But Chelsea FC will remain blue forever. Watching you from Cross River State, Calabar. Cross River State, Nigeria, Calabar. Geoffrey, big shout out to you out there, Geoffrey. I appreciate your comment. All right. Anefiok Moses says he manages do not want to get a striker for the team. Shame on them. Anefiok Moses, following you from Delta State, Nigeria. Big shout out to you, Moses from Delta State, Nigeria. Because the question you just asked is also in the mind of almost all Chelsea fans. Why they sign Sancho instead of increasing the wages of Osimhen? Request is at least making sure Chelsea sign him. Chelsea management have to answer that. Very pertinent to know. It's beginning to make us feel these owners are only out for the money making, not considering the love for the club or the game. Chelsea becoming a champion. Ladies and gentlemen, James Felix, big shout out to you out there. Okay, he said it's unacceptable, bully. All right, yeah. James Felix, big shout out to you out there. This one from Ibrahim Shola. I say, good morning, brother. Happy new month. Brother, God bless you this new month. God bless you too. And big shout out to you, Ibrahim Shola. All right, the last three here says, good morning, Mr. Salom. Chelsea has made a very big mistake for not signing Victor Osimhen. Because with Jackson, Chelsea are not going to anywhere this season. I'm so disappointed. All right, Udirike Edwin, big shout out to you out there. Your point is rightly made. This one says, Maresca, Napoli is not intended selling Osimhen. Okay, but the name is what? Fridios. Big shout out to you, Fridios, wherever you are. All right, the last but not the least, okay, Sylvia Eden. Very good morning to you, my big brother. Your brother Eden Silivi Kojo, Togolese in Nigeria, Anambra State. Come back again. You are doing well. Chelsea disappointment to Osimhen is uncurable infection in his heart. But God knows everything about us. Thank you. Bye-bye. And again, greet your daughter. Okay, my daughter. They say I should greet you. Big shout out to you out there. Silivi Edem Kojo, the Togolese living in Anambra State, Nigeria. Well, let me leave you guys here. I should be back with more exclusives later in the day. See you when you see me, dear friend. Shalom and peace.